It's time to trust that you did the manifestation work. Keep your thoughts positive and on the things that you want, but free yourself from the worry of the when, the where, and the how. Because this is cosmic. It's not something that you ordered on Amazon and they said it's going to be here by Tuesday. You don't even know what it is, but it is on its way. It is what you asked for, balanced with what you need. So you directed your attention and you manifested it. It's time now to stop paying attention to that thing that you did to make it happen and just start living your life, because it's going to end up on the same place. You're going to end up free to live your life without worrying that if you don't pour more into it, it will not happen. Because it will. It's already done. As you willed it, so mote it be, and so it is. And we jump from that star card to the 10 of Cups. Now, 10 is the number of completion. Like, you've been working toward it and you're there. I don't know if you became there yesterday, today, or tomorrow, but you are there. Thing is I'm looking at this card right now in the concept of what we just talked about, and it is saying to me, this may not be the picture of what you had in mind. Maybe you don't have kids. Maybe you are not ever planning on having kids. Maybe you're not trying to live in the country. Maybe you're a female and you're wondering, why is that man putting his hands on me? Because you like girls. What the hell is this man doing here? So this card is telling me right now that you do not have to, and I know you already know this, stick to the traditional way of doing things. And I don't mean, if you're bi or you're gay or any other kind of LBG, QT plus. I say QT because I think that there are a lot of QTs out there. Anyways, I digress. Whatever it is that is your lifestyle, these wishes that you have are coming true. You might not see it yet, but that's why the star card comes out, to say trust it. Trust yourself. Trust your understanding of the universe, and trust that you are here for a reason. You do belong, and you belong in the way that feels best to you. So if you're a man and you like men, this card is not saying anything other than that's what you'll get. You're not going to have to hold on to a beard. Not going to have to do it. And if you're not trying to have children, if you're not trying to live amongst the hills, if you're not trying to have a house in the country, this card is not, it doesn't have you bound to anything. All it's saying is the way that your life is preferred by you, the wishes are coming true, and you're going to see it. You're going to see it. Just like this picture, you're going to see it all. I wanted to put a clarification card on this 10 of Cups, and it literally is saying to me pretty much the same thing that the 10 of Cups. It's like, let me reiterate. So this man, he's standing there with a staff in one hand, a wand, and the world in the other. Now you see that cat? That cat is not above or below him. That cat feels equal. That cat would be like a familiar. So this card denotes choices. There are choices, and usually when it's the two of anything, it has to do with two choices most of the time. But the choices here are not good or bad, right or wrong. They're just, which do you prefer? And it doesn't matter which you choose, because as we've established, you're going to pour, or you'll have the choice to pour in two separate places. One of them being the easy way, and one of them being the harder way, quote unquote. However, it does look a little more exciting now, doesn't it? Doesn't that look a little like an adventure? So this card is telling you that whichever choice you make, whichever wand you pick up, you're going to hold the world in your hands. It is going to end up exactly how it's supposed to. And you're going to see the things you wanted, the things you asked for, the things you manifested, all intertwined in there. I was planning on being done with the whole clarification of this card, but Tarot said, no, we got one more. And notice again that cat, there's a cat, so there's two cats here. They're both kind of in the middle of the human. The cat's not trying to be above or below. So once again, it reminds me of like a familiar. However, okay, so this Queen of Wands is sitting pretty. She's so comfortable. And she does have celebratory items behind her and on her. Sunflowers. Now, the court cards denote an outside influence. So either someone is going to be this person for you, or they are going to help you to be this person. And this is the person who literally manifested what they wanted and are just sitting pretty waiting, nurturing the ideas, nurturing the choices. And it doesn't have to be a woman physically, but it will be a feminine energy. So I have an immense feeling here that this reading is just going to continue to tell you not to worry. Put those worries down. Get them out of your head and out of your hands. You see, these worries have been keeping people up at night. Maybe it's harder for you to get to sleep at night because you're thinking all these thoughts. You're holding on to them. You're trying to work through them by seeing the thought through, as in conversations that you have yet to have, choices you have yet to make. Once again, things that have yet to happen. You're worried about things that have not happened. So, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. You see what this woman is doing? She has done the work. Let me shed a little more light on this. She has done the work and planted the seeds. And unlike the 7 of the same suit, she's not worried and waiting. You see, she's not even looking at those pentacles. She's looking at this bird, which represents freedom, which represents freedom. I mean, think about it. Birds can go in the water. They can go in the air. They can go on the land. They can go from the valley to the tip top of the mountain so fast, all on their universe-given, Mother Nature-given reflexes. And once again, we are there at a choice. We're here at a choice. And normally I would say that this card is telling you that you're not seeing something. But what this card is telling you in the throes of this other part of the message is that you don't have to see it all. You don't have to memorize it. You don't have to know where it's headed. It's that same situation you thought of with this guy here. The same choices that you are worried about. How is this going to turn out if I choose that one? How's that going to turn out if I choose that one? But you do not need to know. And the reason you don't need to know is the universe already knows what it's going to do. It already knew what was going to happen before you ever asked the question, manifested the want, or wished upon a star for the outcome. The universe, and when I say that, I mean your God or your goddess or your gods, because who knows how many there are. I hope there's so many. I hope that all of the gods are really out there because we need the help, guys. Anyways, in conclusion here, we have stability and celebration. All you have to do is walk through that portal there. And the only way to walk through that portal is in perfect love and perfect trust. Knowing that you did what you did and that it was right for you. It resonated with you. You did the work. You poured what you have out into it. And no matter where it lands at this point, it's bringing you to this celebration of stability. And friends, you see, those friends are waiting, but there's more in the background. This, my dear, is a party. And the Ace of Wands. Connected to this card is literally telling you that you're the one creating. You're the one doing the work. You may have help. You may have a whole slew of spiritual beings behind you helping. But they too will tell you that you are the key. You are the butterfly that climbs into that little chrysalis of your own making and turns into goo. You remember that when you started doing the inner work, because it's so much easier and so much more fun when you're healed. So you turned into goo. You probably cried some. You probably threw something. I don't know. If you got PTSD, you might have thrown a few things. But do you see the brightness of this card? Here, let me shed in more light. That brightness back there is the literal promise that if you stay in the light will serve you and guide you. The wand, the Ace of Wands, actually, that's 1/4 of the Magician card. The Magician card being number 1. And the aces in the minor arcana being connected to that magician. So this card is telling you, it's all you, baby. You're manifesting what you want. You've got the magic inside of you to do it. You allowed yourself to turn into goo inside of that chrysalis, if I'm even saying that word right. And you're emerging a beautiful butterfly with no worries except for the one that is to maintain that wished for way of life. And I decided to grab some oracles for a little more advice to set us on our way. And the first thing I notice is the number of abundance. I'm sure whatever you have been manifesting, you're hoping for an abundance of it. Into me, I see. You see that star right where her third eye should be? Looks an awful lot like another card. So this oracle wants you to keep looking into yourself like the hermit, right? He goes ahead and gets by himself so that he can start looking at what he's done and what he can learn from what he has done, what other people have done around him, the things he did right, the things that he believes are mistakes. Into you is the only place you can go for the answers. Nobody has your answers for you. So look inside, or continue to look inside. I feel like you have been. I feel like you're just being reminded to continue, because it's not about what anybody else says, does, or believes. This entire walk that you're doing here on earth as a human being is about you and what you can learn from inside of yourself and how you can give and serve from there. And how do we see inside of ourselves? Well, sometimes we have to be broken open. But this card is a number 10. So this card denotes completion. You have broken open and you've been looking inside. And boy, oh boy, is it beautiful in there, by the way. You're not going to need to be cracked open so much anymore. And you know, not all of these cards in this oracle deck have stars on them, but I need you to understand that yours do. Because the last one that came out, the Uncharted Sea, this one too has stars all over it. It denotes trying something new. Try something new. Go have an adventure, something you've not done before. And by the way, that too is a 10. That too is a 10. So that also denotes a completion. And it says to me that there are things you've never tried before that are going to bring you what you have manifested quicker, right? Because we're not worried about it. We're not worrying about it. We're not staying up at night worrying anymore. We let go of our attachment to the outcome and know that no matter where we pour into that manifestation now, because it is solid, it will all end up in the place it's supposed to be. So trying something new here can speed things up, right? Pour into something new. Pour into something new. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day knowing that this 10 is telling you that the thing that you have ended is the need to continue and manifest that thing that you're so worried about. Because you're going to be sitting pretty with what you've already done. But if you wanted to move a little faster, keep looking inside yourself. Know that you don't have to be broken anymore. And remember to try new things. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, amazing day.